Hello friends, welcome back to Digitalk. So in this session, I am going to cover the just basics of the Git. Okay, so if you are a beginner and you are planning to learn the Git, okay, or maybe you are confused on the basics of the Git, okay, so I will cover the starting point of the Git where I will first explain what exactly is the Git, okay, and how it works, and specifically how it works in the local. So when developers work in the Git, okay, to develop certain kind of a code, okay, and then they check in and check out the code to the central repository. Okay, so what are the initial basic command that we run to initialize the repository in the local? Okay, and what are the different command that we run to clone, push, or pull the your code in the central repository? Okay, so this is just a session for the beginners. So first I will start what exactly is the Git. Okay, so Git, it is referred as a DVCS. DVCS is the distributed version control system. Now what is it? Is distributed version control system. So version control, that means we are maintaining the multiple versions of the code, right? So when we develop the code and we deploy in the production, then we have a different kind of a releases and different kind of a versions of the code. Okay, so maybe it is version 1 today and tomorrow it will be version 2 and then version 3, right? We maintain the different versions of the application so that in case rollback is required, then we can immediately go back to any of the version, okay, and we will have a complete end-to-end tracking of the code. Okay, now when the developers work in a single project, okay, there could be a large enterprise project. Okay, it's not possible for a single developer is working in everything, so we have a multiple developers in the organization. So what happen in that case? We have a single project. This is a single project. Okay, and then we have a multiple developers are working on the same project. Okay, and when they are working on the same project, so they may be working on some different modules. Okay, so one developer, maybe one or two developers may be working on the payment module. Okay, then other is working on the cart module. Similarly, the third will be working on some like inventory module, and fourth is working on. So that means there could be a group of developers. Okay, those are working in some different modules for the project. Okay, and at the end they check in the code to the central repository, or you can say at the centralized location in the project, right? So they are working independently on some different part of the code, and then they are doing the check-in of the code in a centralized location, right, where is a complete end-to-end repository of the project code, or you can say which is the single copy of your end-to-end enterprise project. Okay, combining all the code, right? So now what happened in DVCS? We have a local repositories in each and every developer system. That means the local repository of the code, and along with that we have a central repository where every developer is doing the check-in of the code. Okay, so DVCS, so we have a different kind of a version control systems. Okay, in the DVCS, which is called the distributed, so what happen, your local system will have the complete repository and all the other artifacts, related artifacts in your local system. So that means it is a complete copy of the whole centralized code in each and every developer's system. Okay, it is not like that if you're working on a certain module, then you will have only that particular module in your system. So you will have a complete copy of the project in each and every system. Okay, so now what happened, how it work DVCS, okay, specifically when we talk about Git. Okay, so in the Git, in each developer system, for example, we have three developers, so each developer system we need to install the Git. Okay, and then the centralized repository that mostly we use, okay, as of today, is the GitHub, which is a cloud based centralized repository, right? So each developer has Git in the local system. They do the development in the local system. Okay, once the development is completed, okay, they check in the code in the centralized GitHub repository. Okay, so when they check in the code, okay, so there are multiple processes. It directly doesn't go to your central code. It has to go certain different phases, like the review of the code, and then there could be some testing in between. After the you are doing the check-in, then the code will be tested, and then later it merged to the centralized code. Okay, so that we will cover in the separate session. So now in that case, The what I am covering in this session, apart from this basics, okay. So when we install the Git in our local system, so after installation of the Git in the local system, okay, we create the project folder. That means each developer create the project folder, and after creating the project folder, there are three important phases that need to be executed in the local system, specifically when working on the code. The first is you need to initialize your project. Okay, so once the initialization is completed, then you update the code files, and you need to add this code file in your local Git repository. Okay, so we are not going to cover this check-in in this particular session. So what we are covering here, how the developers work in the local system, right? So installation of Git is very straightforward. You can download it from the GitHub website. It's a exe file. You can just download and click on next, and it will be installed in your local system. Okay, so after that, once your project folder is created and you initialize the project, then you need to update the code file, and after updating the code file, you need to add the code file in your local repository. Okay, and then you need to commit the code. So these are the three important phases that you need to run in your local system. Okay, initialize, add, and commit. And initialize is only one time. So initially, when you create your project folder, after that you need to initialize. So this is a one-time activity for your project folder. Okay, after that we do the changes in our code. So once the changes are done in the code, we run the add command, and then we run the commit command. Okay, so now what happened in that case? There are three different phases or three different directories in, you can say, in your local system when we work on the Git. The first is called the working directory. Second is called the staging directory. Third is called the commit directory, or this is also referred as Git directory. So this is the working directory. That means when we work on any project, so first we create a project in our local system. Okay, so when we create the project, that means we create a folder for the project. So this will be our working directory. That means where we are working on the code. We are creating the files, we are updating the code files. So this is our working directory. So once our code is updated, okay, then we are sure that we now need to commit this code to the central repository. The first stage is you need to add it in the staging location. Okay, so this is a stage location, and once your code is ready, you will run the add command, git add command. This will move your project to the staging folder. This is a mediator folder, okay, where you have the time to review your code, okay, whatever the changes that you have done. And once you are sure that okay, everything is good, then you need to run the git commit command here to send it to the git directory. Okay, and this completely is in your local system. Okay, so we have not reached here in the GitHub as of now. Okay, so everything is in your local system. So that means you have a three phases: the working directory where you are updating your code, adding your code. Then we run the git add command, it reach to the staging folder, and then we run the git commit command, and after that it reach to the commit location or final location in your local system. Okay, and from there, this commit location, we can push this code to the centralized cloud repository like GitHub, which is a cloud-based centralized repository. Right. So this is the end-to-end flow, how we work on the Git specifically in the local system in terms of the development of our project and code. Right. So what I will show you now, I will show you how to create a project, and then we'll create some local code files. Then we'll run the git add command, and then we'll run the git commit command. So the code will reach to your commit location. Okay, and then next section we will learn about this one, how to push this your code to the GitHub repository, or after that how to clone and how to pull the repository. Right, so let me quickly show you this as well. So this is one of the project directory that I have created with the name of project 1 inside the DevOps folder. So this is going to be my project folder where I will develop my all of the code. Right, so here what I said, first we need to initialize the Git, right? So for that you can go to the project folder in the command prompt. So I am at the project 1 directory. So first I need to run the command git init. Okay, so now you can see initialize empty git repository in this particular location. And after running this initialization, what it will do, it will create a hidden folder inside your project folder with the name of .git. And here you will see the multiple different files, okay, which is in the .git folder. So this .git folder will get created once you will run the git initialize command. Okay. So once you run the git initialize command, after that git will start tracking, or you can say git will understand that now this is your project directory, and it will look for the files that you are developing or updating in this particular folder. Until and unless you are going to initialize your git repository, this folder is like your other folders in your local system. Your git will not aware about that one. So this is the first step that you need to run in your project. Okay, and this is a one-time activity for this particular project. Okay, so maybe you are working on the multiple project. So for that you will have a different directories, and for each directory you have to run the git init command. Okay, but it is a one time for every project. Now once this is done, okay, now we start developing our code inside this particular project folder. Now suppose that here I am going to create one of my code file, let's say index.html file. Okay, and here I will write some dummy content h1. This is the first git project. Okay, this is sample content that I have written inside my file. Now suppose that I have created my code, or I have developed some of the files, right? This need to be sent to my central GitHub repository, but before that one, as I said, it has to go through the complete process in your local Git repository before you push it to the centralized GitHub. Okay, so the first command what we have run the git init, and after that we have created our code, for example index.html file inside the this particular project, right? So after that you need to run the git add command and then your file name. So this is going to send your updated code to the staging directory. Okay, so now it is moved to the staging directory in your local system. So after that, the what is the next step? Once you are sure that the file is good and the code is good and we are good to go for the push the code to a central repository, so the third stage we have to run the git commit command. Okay, and this is again related with your local system. Okay, we are not doing anything with the centralized GitHub repository. Okay, these all stages, what is it doing? It is updating the code, okay, from one location to different location in your local system only. So I will run the git and then commit command -m, and then I can add a comment on that, like added new index.html file, html file. So now you can see, okay, the added new index.html file, one file changed. Okay, that means here one file has been changed. Okay, it has been now pushed to your commit location or GitHub location. Okay, and if you want to check that, then you can run the git log command. Okay, this will show you the information about who is the author. Okay, and then what is the change that has been done. Added new index file, which is the same comment which we have given here during the commit. Right. So these are the three very important phases that you have to follow for each and every project when you are working on the Git. The very first thing, create a project folder. After creation of the project folder, we have to initialize the Git. During the initialization, it will create a .git hidden folder inside your project folder. Okay, once this is done, you need to create your project or code inside your project folder. And once you are sure that everything is good, now we need to send it to the next location. So you need to run the git add command with your code files. Okay, so this will move it to the staging location in your local system. After that, you need to run the git commit command. So this will send your files to the final git repository in your local system. Okay, and after that, your files are good to be pushed to your centralized GitHub. Right. So now my code is pushed. That means my index file is pushed. So to push this into the centralized repository, we have to create a public or private repository in the GitHub, and then we can push, and then we can clone or we can pull the content. Okay, that I will show in the next session.